Okay, seeing as it is 6 p.m., the Monday, March 20th, 2023 regular meeting of the Gardner City Council Finance Committee will come to order. The clerk will please call the roll.
President Kaczynskis.
Present.
Councilor Cormier.
Present.
And Councilor Denalowicz.
Present.
Is anyone here recording the meeting? We will begin with the reading and review and approval of the meeting minutes of October 3rd, 2022, October 12th, 2022, November 17th, 2022, November 30th, 2022, December 14th, 2022, and January 30th, 2022. Is there a motion?
Madam President, I make a motion that we waive the reading of those minutes and accept them as they are presented.
Second.
Motion made by Councilor Cormier, seconded by Councilor Denalowicz to waive the reading of the minutes and accept them as presented. Is there discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed say no. Motion passes. Item 10944, a notification from the mayor regarding FY 2024 Chapter 90 funding. Mayor Nicholson is unable to be here this evening. This basically, as his letter had stated, that he provided to us ahead of time that he was ready to notify the council, received notification regarding the Chapter 90 allotment for the upcoming fiscal year from the Healy Fiscal Administration. Bonding by the Commonwealth under Chapter 90 of the General Laws provides funding to municipalities for the implementation of capital improvements on local public ways, as we know. And so the official award letter, which is still a pending state approval, is what he had provided to us, as was provided to him from the governor's office. And it certifies that, contingent upon the legislative approval, that of the $200 million annual bond authorization, Gardner would receive an apportionment for FY 2024 of $595,698.45.
Only comment I'll make is it's a shame it's not more. It's been about that amount for many years, and the cost of the product and the installation of pavement has gone up, what, many times since. So good that we're getting it, but it would be better if it was a lot more.
Hopefully those other programs that were used last year where we got additional money are going to be available again as well.
We hope so.
That'd be nice.
Make a motion that we recommend that it be placed on file.
Second.
Motion made by Councilor Cormier, seconded by Councilor Denalowicz to recommend that the notification be placed on file. Is there discussion on the motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed say no. The motion passes. Item 10945, a notification from the mayor regarding preliminary cherry sheet figures for FY 2024. We received a letter from the mayor along with the figures from the Division of Local Services regarding the estimates for Gardner. March 1st, Governor Healy filed her budget for the Commonwealth for the FY 2024 fiscal year. The initial figures regarding local aid and assessments and charges for the city to the Commonwealth have been released at that time. And so he gave us a copy of the cherry sheet record for the city just for our information. And he just noted that the governor fully funded the Student Opportunity Act, which would increase Gardner's Chapter 78 by over $4.1 million. And so overall, our local aid appears to be increasing and our charges and assessments are decreasing, which, as he, in his opinion, and I share this, it's pretty positive for Gardner.
Right.
And so this is just a continued effort for the mayor to be transparent and keep the council updated as he receives this information, because as we know, he typically receives things directly from the Division of Local Services that we may not receive individually, even though DLS is very good about their updates, I have to say.
Make a motion, we recommend placing this on file.
Second.
Motion made by Councilor Denalowicz, seconded by Councilor Cormier to place a notification on file. Is there discussion on the motion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. Motion passes. Item 10946, a measure authorizing an intermunicipal agreement between City of Gardner and Town of Ashburnham for wastewater collection, treatment, and disposal. I will note we do have Colin Smith here from the mayor's office, his executive aide, if we do have any questions or need any further information on this. Thanks for being here, Colin.
Of course.
So this has to do with the wastewater collection, treatment, disposal services for the towns of Ashburnham and Templeton. Gardner currently provides those services, and he had attached an intermunicipal agreement to continue these services between Gardner with the town of Ashburnham. And his request was for the city council to vote to authorize his office to enter into the agreement, and if done so, he would then send a document that is attached to the town of Ashburnham for their select board to then review and authorize for signature from their town administrator. After reviewing this, we do have a lot of these agreements with different towns.
A couple of questions though. One, it seems that the town of Ashburnham has already signed according to the last page.
It does.
And secondly, the other thing that I'm a little concerned about that has been brought, we've noticed, is that it has not been approved as to form by our solicitor. And I would assume that we would want that done before we...
So this is, this agreement made and entered into the whatever day of February 2022. So this looks to me like it is it's the old version of it, and my question to your question, Council, would be, are we going to get an updated one that says whatever day of 2023, or was that not? Colin, do you have any?
I think that may be an oversight then. I think this may be the old copy.
Well,
because the amendment has some 2023, but then 2020 references the 2022.
Okay.
No, I'm afraid I don't know exactly.
Okay. So authors and the intern understood the agreement with the town of Ashburnham. So we don't have an updated
well,
agreement.
unless it's a matter of absolute urgency, it would seem that it would be behoove us to have this referred back to the finance committee so that we can get the current and approved document.
I think we should keep this.
Yeah.
I would recommend that.
Keep this with the finance
We can
committee.
just keep it with the finance. Is it on the agenda?
It is, and we're going to ask for more, so we can ask for more time.
Well, we'll have to refer it to the finance committee.
Okay. Oh, right, it hasn't been referred. Well,
Yeah.
actually, this would be the first time that we get on the agenda. This would have to be referred to us.
That would be my recommendation.
I agree with that. Trying to see. Did you have another question about it, Counselor? Was that?
No, those are the two.
Those are two, okay. Yeah, I don't, and DPW Director Dana was going to be here tonight on this item too. I just want to know, but he did contact me this morning that he had an issue, and he would have been here.
The operation of the two towns, the city and the town will continue.
Yeah.
That isn't an issue, and I think in 2 weeks we should be able to resolve that.
Yeah, no, it has in the past. I know this amendment is, to sort out some past due payments as well. So I think holding on to it here or referring it back to the full council meeting makes sense.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. On that, should we motion on that?
Yeah, all right, I'll make a motion that we recommend
Second.
referring it to the finance committee.
Motion made by Councilor Plummer, seconded by Councilor Nellowitz to recommend referring the item back to the Finance Committee for further study and report. Is there discussion on the motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed say no. Motion passes. Item 10947, a measure authorizing intermunicipal agreement between City of Gardner and Town of Hubbardston for animal control services. This is the renewal of intermunicipal agreement for animal control services for Hubbardston. The city currently provides these services to the towns of Ashburnham, Hubbardston, and Westminster. Again, this is the renewal of that agreement. And the agreement would renew the existing operations with Hubbardston with an increase of 2% for fiscal year assessments that we charge to the town. It also renews the cost of sharing the agreement that currently exists whenever we have to purchase a vehicle for the animal control department. So this one is updated. It is blank with any signatures, and it does have the correct date, I believe, on it as well. On here. To note your questions on the previous one.
I'll make a motion that we recommend passage by the full council, authorization.
Motion made by Councilor Cormier, seconded by Councilor General to recommend authorization of passage to the full council. Is there discussion on the motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed say no. Motion passes. Item 10948, an open meeting law complaint filed by Paul DeMayo regarding Finance Committee meeting minutes. This complaint was filed by Mr. DeMayo on March 8th, and the complaint is attached to our packet, along with an email from City Solicitor John Flick with an attached proposed response from him. So this response has obviously been reviewed by the law department because it was provided by City Solicitor Flick. And is there any questions, comments, discussion from the committee?
I make a motion that we accept the proposed letter that was provided by the law department, but we need to include the appropriate committee, our committee, the finance committee, where it needs to go, and the dates for the provided the meeting minutes that the clerk has provided, and any other dates that are necessary to fill the form out.
Second.
Motion made by Councilor General, seconded by Councilor Cormier to recommend the acceptance of the proposed response with the appropriate blanks filled in.
Correct.
With the appropriate information. Is there discussion on the motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed say no. The motion passes. Any new business?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made by Councilor Noel, seconded by Councilor Cormier to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes. Meeting stands adjourned.